More on this, I'm joined by the Dean of Law and Governance at Durham University in London, Professor Thom Brooks. Great to have you on the show, Professor. 16 days to go, and it feels like we are right back to square one. But what's your reaction to news of a second defeat to May's deal?
Well, I think this second defeat is really a very serious problem for the government. Of course, the first defeat was bad enough. It was a historic defeat, the worst in modern history. But this has really kind of put to rest the Prime Minister's deal, which is at the moment the only Brexit deal on the table. It gives hope to those who want to go a bit further, those who think that no deal is an option that Britain should be taking. It also gives a lot of support to those who think that this could end it. I think either way, we're looking almost certainly at a delay to Brexit and possibly no Brexit at all.
Mm-hmm. And we're looking there at the images of the British Prime Minister, and we have also heard in the last hour from Michel Barnier saying that extending Brexit needs a plan before the EU can decide on whether to agree. So it really sounds like a bit of a chicken and egg situation because there is no plan.
Well, there certainly isn't any alternative, and the Prime Minister hasn't presented one. It's the case that Parliament right behind me can choose to end the Brexit process right now if it wants to, unilaterally, without the EU's say-so. But if there wants to be, if this Parliament wants to have some extension, some delay to Brexit, then that's going to require EU support, and not just Michel Barnier's support, but the support of all the different member countries of the EU who may want certain concessions or certain changes to the existing deal. I think that it's difficult to see any agreement on some type of longer-term extension. We might be looking at something possibly short, possibly to allow a referendum that might draw a line under this saga and maybe lead to no Brexit at all, or to the deal that the EU did agree with Theresa May, pending Parliament's approval behind me. But this is all a big guessing game. It's unsure what's going to happen now, just that Parliament, the people voted for Brexit, but no one knows what kind of Brexit they want.
Absolutely. And we're watching images of Prime Minister's questions there, and tonight there'll be another vote on whether the UK should leave without a deal. What do you think is going to happen, and what could be the repercussions of a no deal?
Well, I think one of the results we should all expect is there's been previous indicative votes on this issue before. Parliament has been very strongly against a no-deal outcome, so I think we should expect that to lose. I think the thing to look for those who are watching this is to see what the Prime Minister does. She's expected to vote against a no-deal option. Rumours are that she is whipping support against a no-deal option. She famously said that no deal would be better than a bad deal, and a lot of people in her party think her deal is a bad one. I think that no deal really is a serious problem, and part of the reason why it's a serious problem is that the government has made literally no contingency plans for it, that there isn't time, and there certainly aren't laws in place to handle what would happen to goods, to services, to people going across the border within what was, I guess, the EU if Britain goes out on a no deal. Okay. What would be to replace those previous arrangements? None of that work has really been done, and worse, even if they can agree a Brexit deal in the next 15-16 days, there's still an implementation deal that has some big things in there, like what the terms of the divorce will be, how much money will go to the EU, EU law, jurisdiction inside the UK, some very big thorny issues, no less thorny than what's currently causing a quagmire right now. So I think that the problems here might only get worse before they get better.
Absolutely, so much uncertainty. Professor Thom Brooks, Dean of Law and Governance at Durham University in London, thank you very much indeed for that analysis.